everybody, welcome back to the Wisconsin Greg Show. I'm just heading over to the Flowing Well to get some water for coffee and cooking and stuff. I get it over there, I kind of like it, and I just thought I'd come on here and do a little quick vlog, say hello to all of you out there, and I hope you're all doing good. Cold weather is kind of set back here in Wisconsin, or come back I guess you say. It's about 30 degrees right now, Fahrenheit. It's supposed to get down to 12 degrees tonight, so that's Wisconsin. You never know what you're going to get here. So I went and filled up my LP gas the other day, got that all filled up. I figured do it while it's nice and dry and the snow's gone, and be nice on the guy filling up. And anyways, just wanted to come on here and chit chat a little bit and talk and let you know how things are going. I'm going to talk about several different things in this little vlog. One thing I wanted to bring you up to date on is I don't remember, maybe a week or so ago I did a video about it was like I guess you'd call it a homicide, or it was a I guess the guy held a bartender at gunpoint and ended up shooting her and her husband. Her husband came in and sat at the bar with her at night to make sure she was safe, and I'm guessing they were the only two in there, and he ended up shooting them and taking the money, and they did catch the guy, and he was a guy that was in jail he was in jail 25 years I guess, and on other charges, and just released a few years back, and supposedly he admitted to doing it now, from what I'm hearing, and that's kind of good news for the community. The community was kind of in big shock, and at least they know that he's captured now, and they got the right one, it sounds like. But I don't know, to me that's kind of showing me that the jail system is not it's too lenient on these guys. It seems like they want to go back to jail. I don't know, to me I think jail needs to be a little rougher so they don't want to go back. But anyways, it's a good thing. It's too bad it had to happen. It's a very, very sad story. People that got killed, they were only in their 30s, I believe, and they're just way too young for that to happen. It shouldn't happen to anybody, but that's horrible. But anyways, I just wanted to bring you up to date on that. He's been charged with several charges, I think about 4 or 5 charges. But I can't remember what they all were, but hopefully it'll end up where it keeps them behind bars for a long, long time, or maybe forever, hopefully. But anyways, I've heard I recently was in a bar just recently, and I heard a bartender talking with some other people in there, and a lot of the bars and stuff and other businesses and stuff, it brought a lot of attention to them, this situation did, and hopefully they're going to be a little safer nowadays. They were getting a little lenient because everything in the little towns around the area, everybody thought, oh, it can't happen around here. I've been trying to tell people that for years, to be safe and protect yourself. A lot of people think I was crazy, but they're starting to change their tune now, and I hear people are starting to lock their doors now. A lot of people were leaving their doors wide open at night and stuff, or during the day, and they're locking their doors and locking their vehicles. And I hear the people at the bar are talking, they're doing things like not taking the garbage out at night, taking it out in the morning when it's safer and stuff, and it's a good thing. Hopefully it sticks and people are a little safer. Wish a lot of people would start protecting themselves with firearms and other means, even pepper spray. If you don't want to carry a firearm, geez, at least carry pepper spray. This is the least you can do, just give you a chance to get out of the situation possibly. But anyways, that's enough on that talk, I guess, but I just wanted to bring that up. I wanted to talk about how I've mentioned in other videos, I've been more talking to other people and getting to know a lot of people, and just going up to people and talking to them. I never used to do that much, and I've been doing that a whole lot more. And let me tell you, I've been meeting just the nicest people. A lot of people have really shocked me. They're totally different than what I anticipated they would be, because just by seeing them and not talking to them before, once you get talking to some of these people, some of them are really cool, very, very cool people, and I encourage you all to go out there and just say hello and start talking to people. It makes you be very, very surprised. A lot of these people, they just want to talk, and it's a good way to meet some pretty cool people. So get out there and meet new people. It's just amazing. I can't believe it. So you're gonna have to do it for yourself to find out, but I totally encourage it. And I'm not saying you're not going to run across a couple bad ones here and there, but I'll tell you, to me, the really cool people have outnumbered the bad ones. And to tell you the truth, I haven't really even found any bad ones yet since I've started going up to people and talking to them. But I'll be right back with you. I'm here to get my water, and be right back with you. I just pulled off here at Natureland to talk a little bit. It's a little easier than while I'm driving. So I'm going to turn this camera around here while I'm talking so you can just take a look over here. I've been here before, but you can see what it's like right in this time of the year. Wanted to mention I got to watch my brother's dog a couple times this week. Got to babysit him, and that's always a pleasure. It's a little terrier, really, really good dog, awesome dog. Guess he originally came from Texas, which is kind of funny because when it's super hot in the summertime, he doesn't like the heat. You'd think a Texas dog wouldn't mind that, but doesn't like the heat. So, but anyways, it's a really, really good dog. His name is Rango, and very, very cool. So, another thing I wanted to bring up is, a lot of you know I've been drinking some coffee. Some of my friends have been telling me to cut back on it and not drink so much because of kidney stones, and so I'm cutting back a little bit. But I did get some coffee from my brother, and I haven't tried it yet. Some coffee beans. I've actually been grinding my own beans now, and working very, very well. I'm very, very satisfied with it. I got a coffee grinder for Christmas, and it works great. My brother got me some coffee beans, like 3 little canisters of it. Comes in a kind of a little, I guess you call it a package or kit thing, or they're all come together, and kind of looking forward to trying them. Sounds a little different. There's like 3 different flavors. They've been soaked in 2 of them have been soaked in a whiskey and then dried, and then another one has been soaked in what is it? A bourbon, Kentucky bourbon. So it's Kentucky bourbon, Canadian whiskey, and some other kind of Irish whiskey. And then they dry them, and then I'm not sure if they roast them before they're soaked or after they're soaked. But it'll be interesting. There's no alcohol in them, they say. So it'll be just the flavor, I guess. Kind of interesting to try them. So I've tried Maxwell House. That was a new thing for me. If you haven't known, I haven't been drinking coffee long. I never liked it before, and found out when it cools down I like it. So tried Maxwell House, using that as kind of a filler in between the better ones. And actually I kind of like the Maxwell House too. It's pretty good. The one I got is smooth bold. I seem to lean more towards the dark roast coffees, and it's pretty good flavor, I thought, and it's a pretty good deal. It's a huge canister, so yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. It shocked me. I didn't think it would be very good, but I was pretty happy with it. But of course, the ones where you grind your own beans are always better. To me, so far, they have been. But I have to say my favorite coffee probably so far is the Death Wish. But I also do like the Blackout coffee, Rude Awakening, I think it was called. I've tried 2 of the Blackout coffees, and one I liked better. I think it was the Rude Awakening one, which was better. But anyways, yeah, kind of liking the coffee thing. So I like the ones that kind of got the hint of chocolate flavor kind of in it. I seem to get that out when I add a little bit of cream. I can kind of get, they call it chocolate note, I guess. But it's not, it hasn't got no chocolate flavoring added or anything. It's just the flavor that comes out in the coffee. I kind of like those kind of coffees that have that flavor. So far, I'm pretty happy with my new truck, 2023 GMC Canyon. Couple things I don't care about on it. Nothing major or anything. One thing is the license plate lights in the back. They're made for people down south, I'm thinking, because they must, when they designed it, they weren't thinking of snow. They made them sit down a little bit, like an 1.5 inch recess area, and the snow and ice and everything else collects in there and blocks out the lights. You got to dig them out with your finger or something. Unless you want to get stopped by the cops, because they will stop you if they can't see your tail lights or license plate lights. So that's a thing I don't care too much about, but it's not a major issue. It's only a couple times during a year you have to have an issue with that. So here in Wisconsin, but I mean, it's kind of a nuisance. Another thing I didn't care about is the touch screens on the dash for the radio. You got to touch the touch screen every time you want to turn a channel. It doesn't have like a knob to turn the channels. So you're always getting your touch screen all dirty with fingerprints all the time. And it's not a major deal, but it's kind of I think it could have been designed a little bit better. But there's always going to be something, you know, that somebody doesn't like. Sometimes people like certain things and other people don't, so can't please everybody. But just bringing that up. But otherwise, it's a very, very nice truck. It does seem like in very super cold weather it starts a little harder than my other truck did, but there is a lot of electronics on this thing, a lot. You can basically, if the road has stripes on it, you can basically take your hands off the steering wheel and it'll go right down the road and steer itself. You're not supposed to be doing that, but it can. If you get over too close to one side or the other, it'll steer you back to the center again, and it's pretty amazing, the stuff they got on these trucks. But anyways, yeah, so there's always something, isn't there? I took my tax papers all in and got them all together for the tax accountant, and I just wanted to give a big shout out to anybody out there that does that stuff, who's an accountant or does taxes and stuff like that. I just don't know how they do it. I got a cousin that he's a, I guess you call it, accountant, or does that kind of stuff. And man, that would drive me nuts doing that for a living. I don't know how they do it. But somebody's got to do it, and I'm glad they do. Thank goodness. But man, I want to give all you people that do that type of work a big old shout out. That's a very important part of what needs to be done, and thank goodness there's people like you that do it. To me, that's not for me. I don't know how you figure out some of the people that turn in all their tax papers and stuff, but it seems like you go right through it like a breeze, just like you'd have no problem figuring it out. It's amazing. There's some new stuff that used to be going on in the area that got kind of canceled, and they stopped doing it for a while when the pandemic came around, and some of that stuff is starting up again. I can't remember, coming up pretty soon in the next few weeks. There's a train show in Delavan. I'm going to try to maybe get there and videotape some of that if I can. I did a video on it several years ago, but it hasn't been, I don't believe they've had it for a couple years now. It's probably more than a couple years. But it sounds like they're going to do it again. So hopefully, I ain't going to make no promises, but I'm going to try to do a little video there at the train show and show you some of the setups. Pretty cool. Sometimes all the miniature detail work and stuff those people put into that, and putting it together so it looks like a real scene with toy trains and stuff, and lots of different types of trains, different sizes, and some of them are very real like. Very, very cool. Quite a hobby to be in. So hopefully if I can get there and the weather's good and I'm good and and I don't forget or something, hopefully I can make a video there. So we'll kind of keep an eye out for that. That'll be probably in, I'm not sure, I'm guessing 4 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that. So that's one thing that's on my things to do list, hopefully. So I'm going to let you all go. So get out there and explore the world, talk to people, make some art, and have some fun. And don't forget to keep watching Wisconsin Greg. And we'll catch you on the next Wisconsin Greg Show. Take care, everyone. Bye now.